Do not let this woman teach ever again. Texas teacher has been fired for revoking first graders' restroom privileges, and they end up wetting themselves. Let's check it out.
Tonight with parents outraged after a Conroe ISD teacher admits to taking away bathroom privileges from elementary school students, causing several kids to wet themselves.
It is a story we first brought to you on our website, khou.com. Victor Jacobo joins us live from outside Bartlett Elementary School in Conroe. Victor, you spoke with parents whose children were in that classroom. What did they tell you?
The parents I spoke with say they are very upset over how and why this incident took place. This all happened yesterday, and now the district is investigating.
I want to inform you about an incident that happened today.
Amber Johnson reading a message she received from her daughter's first grade teacher yesterday. The message saying the class had their restroom privileges revoked because they lost their bathroom badge in the hallway. Then the teacher says multiple students urinated themselves.
She was telling me that her friends were crying and pleading to go to the restroom.
Johnson telling KHOU 11 the incident left her daughter traumatized and sparked concern among parents as they say students that wet themselves kept those soiled clothes on for hours.
It's appalling, very appalling. It's sad. The amount of infections and health things that can come from a child holding their urine that long is unacceptable.
She was pretty upset. She had to walk around in soaking clothes and soaking shoes, it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating.
The mother of one of the students who urinated on themselves did not want to appear on camera, but told us her frustration grew today as she learned from a discussion with the school principal that there was also a teacher's aide in the classroom.
That's embarrassing for a child, for anybody. But you know how mean kids can be. You're walking around with wet pants and you wear yourself, and that's embarrassing. It's humiliating, and it's just plain disgusting. How could anybody do this to a child, to multiple children?
An adult, common sense would be, okay, well, she's not letting them go to the bathroom. There's multiple students saying that they need to go to the restroom. That's a human right, period. It doesn't matter if someone was playing in the restroom, lost the pass, whatever.
When reached for comment, the district sent us the letter distributed to parents by the school's principal, which says in part, the class will have a current staff member to serve as a substitute teacher for the remainder of the week while the district completes its investigation. The letter goes on to say the incident is not indicative of the safe and loving environment that is fostered at Bartlett Elementary. Now, the parents I spoke with say they want to see the teacher in question in this incident fired. I reached out to the district to get some clarification about the current employment status of that teacher. They tell me that for now, that teacher will not be on campus until at least the end of the week. Len?
Yeah, we'll see how.
All right, so there is an update on that situation. This is from the Texas scorecard. Conroe ISD teacher fired after denying bathroom access, leading to accidents. The teacher is no longer employed following an investigation by the district. Bravo. Fantastic job. This is crazy. So this is what the text said from the teacher to the parents. Hello, parents. I want to inform you about an incident that happened today. Today, my class lost their privilege to use the restroom during class because they lost their restroom badge while being in the hallway. Unfortunately, we had some friends who needed to use the restroom and ended up wetting themselves. I do want to apologize for that incident. I had a talk with the students about how important it is to use our thing appropriately, but please have a talk with them about that as well. For I know that if we both help them understand the rules, they will understand it better. Again, I apologize for those who had an accident. Please know they will have new badges tomorrow. Thank you. Feel free to call me if you have any questions to discuss. The pass was reportedly lost around lunchtime, and Barrera reportedly denied bathroom access from noon until the end of the day. According to her daughter, several classmates repeatedly asked, possibly up to 10 times, to use the restroom but were denied. Johnson later learned from other parents that at least 6 students were humiliated after being forced to relieve themselves in the classroom. So initially we were told too, after we as parents got into a group and started talking more, it has come to be their It's come down to be there's about 6 that actually soiled themselves and had accidents. Oh man. Another parent, Ashley Chansley, said her son, who was in the classroom, came home upset and mentioned that the classmate sitting next to him was unable to hold it. He kept trying to tell me something pretty bad happened at school today. I kept telling him, please calm down, just talk to me. He said the class erupted in laughter as kids that are 7 years old do. And the little girl was absolutely mortified. He said there was urine all over the little girl. There was a little puddle of urine under the chair that nobody came to help with, and nobody came to clean up after the remainder of the day. That's wild. That is really something that, for one, the teacher's aide, I'm surprised. Look, I'm just saying what I would have done in this situation. I don't know what happened. I was in the classroom. As far as the teacher's aide is concerned, I would have been like, hey, you guys go ahead and go. Look, I'll walk you there if I have to. Why not just send the aide to walk the students out one by one, those who have to go? To me, that seems like the appropriate course of action to take in this situation. You walk them out one by one. Okay, if there are 10 of you have to go, I will take the first 5. I'll come back and get the next 5, or I'll take 2 at a time, whatever it may be. And look, things happen. Kids lose things during lunchtime. You lose your restroom pass. It happens. I was in elementary school at one point. I was in middle school, and I remember, I think you got one, if I remember correctly, there was like maybe one pass. You got to go one time each class. So certain teachers you can go up twice. Of course, if you're abusing it, you keep leaving, and you're gone for 30 minutes, they'll question you, but they gave you like a time limit, 5 or 10 minutes, I think. And most people didn't abuse it, but to me, that's just not fair to deny these kids of going to the restroom because they lost a pass. We don't know how it was lost in the first place. They could have been on the playground or something, and it just, somebody dropped it, picked it up, it got thrown away. You never know. But this is absolutely despicable behavior from this teacher, and I'm glad she was fired, and she should never be able to teach a class again because should not have happened. Why would you allow kids to wet themselves and just deny them of going to the restroom? It's crazy. But I thought I'd share that with you. It's a very interesting story. Very sad to say the least for these kids. But hey, I'm glad she was fired. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Take care.